The G6 Entry doorbell is now available, and there are two different ways that you can actually get this set up. So previously with the doorbell, you would use it in UniFi Protect, but this now has the option to use in UniFi Access too. It has a built-in UniFi Access reader in there, so you can get this to unlock doors if that's what you want to set up. But there's a few things that you need to know as we get into this video, so let's jump in and take a look. Let's take a physical look at this doorbell. We will do a quick comparison against the Doorbell Lite and the G4 Doorbell Pro before we complete this video. At the top, we have an LED light for visibility. So this is giving you your color night vision if that's something that you're after, and it will turn on as you walk closer to it. We have microphones built in at the top. We have a 2K 1/2.7 inch 5 megapixel sensor, and that is the same as the Doorbell Lite. We have a light sensor that's built inside. We have the integrated access reader, as I mentioned, and you can see right there, it says the U logo with NFC right there. We have the IR sensors that are right here, and we have the doorbell button and status light. Currently it's not adopted. A big one for me, which I'm happy to be back. I did like the Doorbell Lite, but the package cam was a key one for me. So that is now at the bottom right here, and we have an LED integrated light. We also have a speaker right here. On the back, we have the PoE Plus input. So keep in mind, if you have PoE, this isn't going to work for you. You're going to need something a little bit more powerful, whether that be an injector or an upgrade to your switch. It has a tamper switch at the bottom, so if you get that set up within Alarm Manager, there's a tamper switch just there. And a couple of other specs worth noting. It has two-way audio, it's IP55 in terms of weatherproofing, and IK07 vandal resistance. Now, I did say there was two different ways that you could actually get this connected. So one thing to highlight, if you want to use this just in UniFi Protect, you can get it plugged into your network and it will show up in UniFi Protect as it does every other camera. But we're going to set this up a little bit differently. We're going to get ourselves a little bit of help with this Door Hub Mini. It allows me to use the extra features within UniFi Access to be able to unlock a door if it's connected to this, use my Apple Wallet, Face Unlock, Mobile Unlock, and use it as a two-way intercom. So I also have this little device right here for me to test this with as well. As I mentioned, this is the Door Hub Mini. I don't actually have an electrical lock for me to test this with. Maybe that's something I can do in a future video and get a lock tested with this so we can do that. Keeping this simple and short, we literally plug in our network into the PoE in, and then we're going to plug in our doorbell into the first port. Now this can work with any hub. This can be the UniFi Access Hub. This can be the UniFi Gate Hub. This will work with any of them. So to be able to unlock the access features within this, you need to make sure you have a door hub. And there we go, that's the doorbell getting started up. Let's jump into UniFi Protect and see how it looks. So within UniFi Protect, we can see the doorbell has appeared, and it will be the same in the mobile app. You just pick up your mobile app, open up the Protect app, and it will be right there. So you can literally click adopt, and this would adopt it into UniFi Protect if it was plugged straight into your network. Works exactly how you would expect it to work. So for the sake of this demonstration, we'll have a quick look. You can see right here, we have the device appeared, and we can see the G6 Entry, and we can click add. So it's really that simple to get set up within, and you can see it's adopted, and you can hear the noise it's making too. So that's already adopted and brought online. And we go over to UniFi Access, and we can see the G6 Entry has appeared here as well. So just like you would see, it's paired with the Door Hub Mini. Yes, the Door Hub Mini is updating at the moment, but you can see we have all the regular settings that you would come to see. So interface designer, which is what we're going to see with the receiver. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Whether you want entry or exit, what the access methods are, and the face unlock features if that's what you're after. Record video, events and unlock, and then you manage that in UniFi Protect, and then the voice greetings if that's what you're after. So you can see just there that it's all set up, and we can see when you click on the Door Hub Mini, you can click unlock. And there you go, that opens the door. So that's what you would expect to happen. In the interface designer, if this is something you want to get set up, you can see we have the G6 Entry here. We can add a receiver, so you can add chimes, you can add users if that's what you want. So I have a Wi-Fi chime that we can tick. We have a viewer, which is a UA intercom, and that's what we want to see. So if I click save there and I bring this across, we'll take a proper look, but you can see the intercom viewer is also working with this as well. So for those of you that are wanting to use an intercom viewer, this is the way you're going to have to get it set up. Now, for those that are going to be setting up like this, you don't have to plug something into this, but obviously this is designed to be able to unlock doors. But if you wanted it just for the intercom viewer, then this would be the way to set it up. Going back to UniFi Protect, let's take a look at some of the features, and we are going to get this mounted up outside. But let's run through some of the features before we do. Again, this is all the same that we've seen on all the other cameras before. If you've seen videos, if not, we'll run through these just in case you haven't. So when to record, continuous recording mode, we want to create AI events. Motion events are turned off, and you can see there's also a new bit here which says create access events. We have the tamper detection box where you can just tick this and it will notify you within the timeline if there was anything covered or the camera was moved. We have the FPS and we have the video compression, encoding, the recording, so 2K or HD, depending on how you want this set up, what overlay information you're after and where you want it within the frame, and also the package cam position. Do you want it on the left or the right? And also we have recording retentions. We now need to get this installed. We need to remove the doorbell light because that's what we've had on here up until now. Undo the screw at the bottom, take off the rubber grommet, and then unplug the Ethernet cable, and there we go. That's straight out. We're going to replace the back plate and then put in the G6 Entry. Okay, we'll start by taking the old back plate off. A couple of screws on here. Make sure those screws don't fall. Pop the new back plate on, and then we can go and install this on, and we can install the second screw as well. Once you've got the second screw installed, the first thing you want to do is pop the Ethernet cable in, make sure that's powered and you're getting something to this. So there we go, we can see a status light on there. We can pop in the weather sealant at the back to make sure it does have the tight seal, and then push it in. And then there's a screw at the bottom that we took off the doorbell light. It's the same one with this one. And there we go. That's now in, that's not going anywhere. Let's do our daytime testing. So it's a very gloomy day in the UK today, so it gives you a good understanding in terms of what the image is going to be like. So this is me walking away, and you can see me turning around. I am playing this in 1.5 times speed, so it's a little bit quicker than you would probably expect. So this is me coming up to the door and then pressing the doorbell. So you can see what that looks like. It's picked me up. You can highlight over it. It's giving you a distance. This is something that looks to be new. So it's giving you a rough distance that it's away, and it's giving you the facial recognition. Not the best snapshot of me, but it gives you an understanding of what it is. So the next one we're going to take a look at is the package cam. I've slowed this down again slightly. I should have kept it at 1.5 times, but this is me popping a package. You can see it popping in the bottom left-hand corner. And then you can see I get a notification on my screen, and you'll see that pop-up coming up now. So that works as expected, how you would want it to work. So next we'll take a look at me driving in. So this is a normal daytime test that I'll do. I'll do this again at nighttime so you can see what that looks like. But here's the car. It's picked up just past the post. And then you can see it's picked up the license plate, it's picked up the type of car, the color, and yeah, this is just me reversing in so you can see the clarity right there. So the final thing we'll take a look at right here is we will do a quick audio test. So we'll play this here. This is an audio test standing just outside the door. This is an audio test standing about 2 meters away. This is an audio test standing about 5 meters away. So that gives you a good idea in terms of how well that sounds. Let's now take a look at some of the nighttime images, and we'll see how we get on with that. We're going to start with me driving in. Now, everything is turned on at the moment. The driveway lights, the porch lights, the color night vision. So everything is activated as it is at the moment. And you can see the license plate is picked up quite clearly. We can read that. There's no issues there. And it's picked it up with the detections. And there we go. There is a small flicker with the lights, but keep in mind that it is just the hertz setting. It's nothing to do with the camera itself. And then again, this is me walking towards. You can see the porch lights come on, and it picks up the image quite clearly as you would expect. And the color night vision is also very clear. Turn off the porch lights and the driveway lights, and you can see that it's the color night vision itself. So it gets activated right there as I walk in. So the image is still relatively clear, and it picks me up as to who I am. I've now turned off the color night vision as well. So this is pure IR now. So it's relatively dark. Again, it does a really good job in terms of picking me up in who I am. And there we go. You can see it sees me quite clearly. And for those wondering what I'm doing right at this point, the package cam light stays on. So you can see that when even though you turn the color night vision off, package cam stays on. Just to get this completed, there's me driving in right here. And again, you'd see the IR sensors turn off and then they turn back on again. But everything is fairly clear in terms of the image. Final test we're going to pop a package on the doorstep just like we did earlier. So you can see that in the bottom left hand corner, you can see the package that pops up there. And then I step away. And then when you come back again, we pick the package up and enter into the house. Now, for those that are wanting to know the pricing, this is going to be coming in at $249 US. And for those in the EU, US, or even Canada, the links are down in the description below, so you can go and check those pricings out. Those wanting to see a physical look between these three, you can see we have the old G4 Doorbell Pro, the new Doorbell Lite, and then the G6 Entry. So they're all very similarly sized. Yes, the Doorbell Lite is the smallest in terms of if I put them all the way together, but obviously we have now a new Lite at the top right here. In terms of build quality, like I said, these two definitely are a lot better. This has got the aluminium casing on it. So is this as well, but this just feels, I don't know what it is about it. It just feels a little bit more well built. In terms of turning it back over, you can see the two new designs. They have the new waterproofing between them, so you can use them to make sure you're IP55 rated. And then finally turning them to the side in terms of thickness, you can definitely see they are in thickness order. That's in terms of a physical comparison. And this is the daytime of me just walking in. This is just a quick snapshot of the image. There's a slightly different aspect ratio to the G4 Doorbell Pro against the other three. And also we do a quick one for the night time as well. This isn't anything in depth, it's just to show you the differences in the image. If you are looking to see something more in detail, let me know down in the comments. One thing worth highlighting are some FAQs that are on their website. So if you're unsure entirely of anything that I've said so far, have a little look at this and it will tell you all about it. So it says, can I use the G6 Entry without an access hub? The answer is yes, you can. What UniFi access features are available when the G6 Entry is connected to an access hub? It's all of these features as I've mentioned, and it also has the UniFi Protect features as well. How to pair it with the intercom? Well, I've gone through that with you. And do you need UniFi Protect access or both for the G6 Entry? So you can use one or both. Does it support outbound calling? Outbound calling support for local SIP devices are not available in the initial launch, but that's coming later. What's the purpose of the embedded heater? Now, this is something I haven't mentioned. I've left it specifically for this. So there is an embedded heater. And what this basically does, the heater automatically activates for the first 6 hours, which may cause the metal housing to feel warm during this period. This is normal and part of the design. Well, why did they put this in there? So this helps prevent condensation inside the device, ensuring a clear image and reliable operation. And then it says, what should you do if there's if there's still water vapor remains inside the lens bubble? Well, if there is, it tells you to manually perform a recycle, and this reactivates the heater for another 6 hours. So for me, this is everything that I am looking for within a doorbell. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know down, are you going to be deploying these in your setup? Are you going to be using it with access? Are you going to be using it with Protect? Are you going to be deploying these out into your door access systems? Let me know down in the comments below. All the links are also there as well. For now, this is InsideWire, and I'll see you in the next one.